Hey everybody, what's up? So I was browsing the Chelsea Lee Art subreddit and I came across this post by exposing _the_rat titled "Rest in Peace to CLA's fashion brand, music career, artwork, and successful merch sales." Got me curious. I'm thinking, why would they be saying this? And looking at this and reading this, they actually make a very good point. So let me discuss this. It says, EQ made a good point earlier on Goddess's Live. She said that CLA now has a caution for racism on her record, which will be a mitigating factor to all these fantasies of hers she wants to do. Who's gonna buy her merch walking around with roots on a hoodie? Does she represent someone who has respect for people's roots? No, she doesn't. She can use every excuse in the book. She is racist. She's not just being racist to black people numerous times. She's also being racist to many Eastern Europeans. And of course, I've seen the countless times that Chelsea Lee Art has been racist to people of color, especially black individuals, especially her own kids. The type of stuff that comes out of her mouth, laughing because they're people of color, it's rather gross and sad to me, to be honest with you. And this makes a very good point, because first of all, Roots is already taken. I believe Roots, the company, should have an international trademark to their brand, because I believe, aren't they a Canadian company? I gotta look that up. But yeah, I do remember Roots used to wear Roots all the time when Roots was popping and hot back in the day. Roots, I used to wear Roots everything. They're not so hot these days, but they still make very good clothing, apparel, and other things. So there's still a lot of people that wear Roots. But let's take a look at the comments here. Scottish Vixen says, Roots is also a film series about black slavery. It is. And OK Weekend 8799 says, I'm glad someone brought this up. I have also said this on TikTok, but no one listens. Yep, exactly. Somebody also brought up, I feel that when she shouts Roots, she's referring to that as in the film series, but there's also the Canadian brand, right? I feel that when she shouts Roots, she's referring to that. At first, it might have been about her here, but now it's about the series. Jolly Attention 1982 says, also a well-known store in Canada, of course. Necessary Sync 5298 says, and CLA knows this, and in my mind, that's why she shouts it. Maybe at the start she might have mentioned her roots, but now I'm sure this is why she shouts it with so much venom. Interesting. Glittering Eye 256 says the same thing. Roots is already a trademark from Canada. Yeah, they should have the international trademark, I believe. Some companies don't, but you'd be surprised. They should. Going through the comments again. Funny Consequence 89 says, and here the downturn begins. Should have humbled herself and said nothing about the other person. Big gob off you, Pop. Exposing the Rat says, that thing humble. Cool. All right. Rosie Posey 59 says, when she refers to her manager, who is that? Exposing the Rat says, I'm assuming it's not. Rosie Posey 59 says, I know she used to mention marketing as well. So I guess Natalie's her manager? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into this, but I found this actually very interesting because you got to protect your brand. Well, Roots would protect their brand. So maybe CLA won't be able to name her stuff Roots since there's already a trademark on that. Maybe she can rename it to something else, but would people really buy something that says Roots on it, especially when Roots is parallel in the film that is fairly well known about black slavery, and you have a person that has been very blatantly racist with the Roots brand? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Anyways, people, tell me your thoughts about this whole thing. Do you think Exposing the Rat is right? Do you think EQ is right? Do you think CLA would be able to pull off the Roots brand, even though there is a Roots brand already in Canada? And then there's also the Roots film series. I'll really like to hear from you. Anyways, I'm out of here. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one.